The world is too small. We must reject any forms of fundamentalism.
Hey, here we are. Hello, Luisa.
Hey, how are you, Mark?
Hola, amiga, in Mexico.
Yeah. How it's the weather day. It's cold?
Yeah, we got gale force westerly winds off the deserts of Australia today that are coming across the coast here, and it's really, I think today's the coldest day of the year in Australia today here in Brisbane, so
Okay.
it's a shocker. What about you? You're probably sweating, are you?
Yeah, it's the hottest day here in Cancun, Mexico, so yeah, jealous again about you. Jealous again. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, there we go. Somewhere in the middle would be nice, wouldn't it? You know, somewhere 24, 25 degrees.
I prefer the 8 degrees, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay, so we have exciting news, right?
Well, I hope so. Yes, we do. We've kind of done a full circle, haven't we, in terms of where we've come to. So what are we discussing today for people on the video?
Yeah, we have to say that we have wonderful news because we were thinking about our name, our website name, our brand name, and we have something to share with you. So what do we have to say?
Yeah, it's a good lesson actually in starting a business and branding and all those sorts of things. So if you're out there today, and there's a lot of people that are in the process of starting new businesses around the world because of COVID-19 and all the opportunities it's creating. Luisa and I have, I guess, learnt through the last few days our own, I don't want to say mistakes, it's just a part of the learning process of what you go through when you start a business. But I did make a video recently about creating an organization called Mark Philpott Media, MPM, and I've realized, and we've realized in the last 24 hours that that's not the way we want to go, right?
No.
We want to do something different.
Yeah, we decided that it wasn't for us and we need something else. Yes.
Yeah, and why do you think that was? What was the thought process in your mind about that?
I don't know. It was a good idea, but it doesn't suit exactly what we want to do, and it didn't cover all that we are creating, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I have to agree. And it's a funny thing about when you start an organization, you're thinking of a name for the organization. I guess there's many people out there watching this video today who have been through that process, and you can think of a lot of good names, and then you go to register the name and it's already taken, so you can't use it. Yeah. As we did, right? We had lots of good names.
Yeah, but some of them are taken, and some of them we decided it wasn't for us again. So yeah, it is a long process, but it was a fun process.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, it was. And I think if you end up back at somewhere where either you begun or you feel comfortable with, that's the main thing, right? You've got to feel connected to that thing. So we've ended up back at the beginning, you could say. Where it all started for me.
Yeah. But it was a good decision. I don't know. It feels perfect when we decided, when we came up with that. It feels that it was the best for us. Yes.
So what have we decided? What are we telling everybody today?
Okay, we decided to go back to humanity.
Humanity, yes. We have decided to go back to humanity. So from now on, you're going to see all of the podcast shows. And if you haven't caught up with the three of them yet, we've got the Global Travel Channel podcast show, we've got the Global Business podcast show, and we've got the new one, the Humanity Inspires podcast show. And those three podcast shows are now going to sit under the mothership, we're calling it, right? The mothership is Humanity. Yes. And Humanity is going to be the organization that I continue. I never stopped Humanity. I just put it on hold. So it's a registered organization. It's all set up for business and everything. It just hasn't been doing much for a while. And now it's being reborn with Luisa and I taking it forward initially to its new future, right? The new exciting future of humanity.
Yeah, exactly. We decided that it was the perfect name for us, the perfect brand, and it suits perfect. But we want to know more how we started. Because do you want to share how it started Humanity in your life?
Oh, how it started? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So the story of Humanity is quite interesting from a point of view that after over 2 decades in the corporate world, I decided to leave behind the corporate life and follow my passion. And I had started the organization actually before I left my corporate job. And I started an organization while I was living in Singapore called Humanity. And it was registered as a social enterprise. And if you don't know what a social enterprise is, it's a not-for-profit organization that focuses on doing good in the world. Yeah. So when we talk about not-for-profits, it's meaning that the profits of the organization go back into the organization to make it sustainable, and that it doesn't make shareholders or directors rich and famous and all the rest of it. It focuses on doing good. So, yeah, I started Humanity back in 2008 with the help of Mr. Roy Wong. Shout out to you, Roy, in Singapore. You're a fantastic man, and Roy helped me get Humanity registered and organized in Singapore from a business point of view. And as a foreigner in Singapore, that was an interesting process that I had to go through at the time. And yeah, I came up with this name, and that was, do you want to hear the story behind the name?
Yeah. I have no idea. How do you decided
you just
to
thought I
make...
was bad at spelling, right?
No, I'm sure you're good, but there's something behind it, I'm sure, yeah. So
Do you
we
spell
went...
Humanity like that in Mexico or not?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But I really want to
Well,
know how you came with that name.
The story behind the brand is this. I was having a dinner party at my house one night in Singapore, and I told my friends that I had invited that I had starting a new organization, right? And I was telling them what I was going to do. And I couldn't come up with a name, so I was asking them for suggestions. And it was quite a funny thing because as the red wine was getting drunk, more and more creative names came up, right? So more and more, let's say, stupid names started to appear.
Always happened that way, yes.
Always happens after too many red wines. So I decided to try and put a cap on that process. And I said, right, let's write down on a piece of paper your suggestion. So I think there was 8 people at the table.
Okay.
Whatever your suggestion is for my business name, put it down on a piece of paper. We'll put it into a bowl. I'll draw out one name, and that'll be the name of the organization. So
wow,
it's putting a lot of trust in my friends, right?
Yeah, that is a big decision. Imagine, I don't know, a funny name or something.
A crazy name that I didn't like.
Okay, and what happened?
Well, yeah, what happened? So the universe looked after me because I put my hand in the bowl to take out the name, and I drew out the name Humanity, which was the name that I wrote down and put into the bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was really interesting because, well, first of all, I drew out the name that I put in, and then, of course, a couple of people sitting around the table said, "Oh, you didn't spell it properly. Like that's not how you spell it."
That was going to be my question. Why do you spell that way? What it means? Or what? Okay.
So what was important to me was I was leaving the corporate world to try and make a difference in the world. That was my whole emphasis of leaving the corporate world. I found that after 2 decades that I didn't want my legacy to be one of making shareholders of a big multinational company around the world rich and happy. And I wanted to do something that I felt was more meaningful with my life and having a direct impact on the world. So my way of doing that was to go and create my own organization that I could do it. So that's how I came up with the name. And I thought, right, if it's about all of us making the world a better place, we need to focus on I, because if I can make a difference, everybody can make a difference. So I was emphasized in the name for that reason, that we all have a responsibility, I believe, to make the world a better place. And we must do it in a humane way. So the word came together from looking at what I can do in a humane way to impact all of humanity, all of the world. And that's in essence what's behind the name and how it came about. So through another friend who was a bit creative with graphics, we came up with this kind of way of spelling it and emphasizing the I in humanity. And yeah, that's the story.
It is a wonderful name. You really nailed it, I think. And I'm glad you choose that one in the bowl, because it is a really good name.
I've got to say that I'm really happy that we've come back to it now, because it feels like it's the right time, and it feels like that we can make a real difference. And when you look at the podcast shows, it's all about humanity. We're talking to people all over the world from different cultures. I've done 171 shows now as of this morning, and I don't know how many. I'm going to go through actually later today and work out how many nationalities of people I've had on the show from different cultures, and it's all about humanity. You know, we're trying to inspire and motivating and educating people across the world. So that's what Humanity is now doing as an organization, right? So
yeah, and that's why we decided that it was the perfect name to make it all under it, and that's why we choose that, to go back then, and because it's your brand, it's the way you see, and that's what you created, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's, I couldn't say it any better than that. So there we go. That's what we've done. We've created, or we've relaunched, if you like, Humanity Organization. It's registered in a business in Australia, but it's very much a global entity, and we're going to be doing some great things around the world shortly with Humanity. The Global Travel Channel, the Global Podcast Show, and Humanity Inspires all sits under Humanity. There'll be a new website built very shortly, and we've got some big announcements coming up about that and other things, haven't we, Louisa?
Yeah, we have a lot of wonderful news, and we have just a giveaway too.
Oh, yes, a giveaway.
Yeah,
Yes.
Don't forget about that.
So if you're watching this video and you want to get connected to the Humanity Organization, we're doing a little bit of a sweetener, aren't we? We're off sugar, but we're doing another sweetener.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
the sweetener is, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you follow us on our social media pages, we will send you a free issue of the Humanity magazine that I used to produce and publish. This is a great magazine. It's got inspiring stories in it about people all across the world that are doing amazing things to change the world and make the world a better place. So if you want your free online copy of the Humanity magazine emailed to you, then just go on to our YouTube channel, subscribe, or like us on our Facebook pages and join our pages, and we will send you a copy of the magazine. Simple as that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Simple as that, and you're gonna enjoy the magazine, and you just have to subscribe to YouTube, and that's it. Yeah.
And no strings attached. Like, we're not asking for money.
No, it's free.
We're not going to send you a 14-day free offer of a vacuum cleaner or anything like that, right?
No. It's just the free magazine. You're gonna enjoy it, and that's it. And
there you go.
You're gonna follow us here on YouTube, on the social media, wherever you want, everywhere, and you're gonna see what we are going to create and what we are making, because it's gonna be a big surprise for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of things coming up. I've got another 13 days of podcasts booked out already, with amazing guests from all over the world across all our different shows. So I'm going to be busy talking while Louisa and the team's going to be busy putting it all together in the background. We're all in. We've got a big idea and a big passion for what we're going to do with Humanity Organization now. So get on the train and come along for the ride with us, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and we want as many people to join as we can, right?
Yeah, and welcome everybody to Humanity.
Yeah, welcome to Humanity. That's lovely. I like that. Welcome to Humanity. Maybe we need that on our website. Welcome to Humanity.
Yeah, we can. See?
There's an idea. There you go. Well, welcome back to Humanity, because you're all part of humanity anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to Humanity.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it, folks. We wanted to come on and make a quick video today and just tell you that take all the confusion out of our branding and why we're changing our Facebook page and our website and our YouTube channel and everything to look like Humanity, because that's who we are now, and that's what we're going to be going forward. So that's it. We're done. Anything else you want to add, Louisa, before you say cheerio from Cancun?
No, just to be sure to follow us and leave a comment if you want to share something, or which one is your favorite podcast, or whatever you want to say. Leave us a comment in here in YouTube or Facebook or whatever you want to say, and share with us. And thank you so much. Yeah.
If there's something you want to specifically listen to on the podcast show, if there's a guest out there that you'd like me to have on the show, let me know. We just did a wellness show this morning with our friends Jessica and Natalie. That was another great show that I'm going to be posting later today. If you want to ask us questions about anything to do with health and well-being, do so, and we'll make sure we cover it in our next show, which is going to be in a couple of weeks' time. Oh, the other exciting news that I wanted to let everybody know, Louisa, while we're here, is we're moving into the video world, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We are. The podcast is not going to be just listening. You can can see it on a video. Yes, that is good news.
So there we go.
Yes.
So very shortly, we're going to be launching the podcast shows in video. So you're going to be able to watch me and my guest. I'll try and black myself out as much as possible. You don't have to look at me all the time, but you'll be able to see me chatting to my guest from my sailboat here in Australia. And guests all over the world are going to be joining me on do you call it a vodcast, I guess, a video cast?
Oh, yeah, video cast.
Up with a new name for it, right? Because it's not just a podcast.
No, it's
there we
not.
go. Come up with a name for it and let us know what we should call them, because it's a video cast or something like that, I guess, going forward. So that's going to be starting very shortly, where you can watch us talking to the guests instead of just listening to us. You have both options, actually. You can still listen if you want to. So there we go. That's exciting. And we'll be back shortly in another video in the next few days to share some other exciting news, because we've got lots of collaborative partnerships coming up that organizations are stepping up wanting to be part of with us. And we're going to be announcing some of those over the coming days and weeks. So all exciting, isn't it, Louisa?
Yeah, everything is so exciting and it's growing really fast. And I think everybody's going to enjoy this humanity experience.
Humanity experience. Enjoy the humanity experience. So farewell from me here in the beautiful, sunny but cold Queensland coast. And Louisa, goodbye from Mexico.
Yeah, have a wonderful day. And from my part, have a wonderful night.
Wonderful. See you all again soon.
See
Bye
you.
for now.
Bye. Thank you.